Grammar Java, dear students, in this video we will provide information details about the course Certified Associate Data Analyst with Python. I'm glad to present you Hristo Yonchev. He is our trainer who will be leading this course. Please, Hristo, tell our students more about yourself, your experience, and how many years you have been working in the IT industry.
Hello, Gary. My name is Hristo Yonchev. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, everybody. So, I'm software developer for the last 20 years using Python, C# as a programming languages. Also, have pretty a lot of experience with relational and non-relational NoSQL databases. And I've done a lot of data analysis with Power BI, Python, and the language R. Also, I delivered a lot of courses for New Horizons, for C#, Python, data analysis with Power BI, Python, and R. Also, I'm Microsoft Certified Data Analyst with Power BI, and also Microsoft Certified Trainer. And for the last 3 years, I also led different courses for the Georgia project for data analysis, programming with Python and C#.
Thank you very much. And according to your observation, what is demand for such professionals like Certified Associate Data Analyst with Python?
Yes, all of us know already, there is very serious demand for such kind of specialists, data analysts. In the last years, we know that the Python is ranked among the top programming languages in demand for the last years. So it's actually the language number one in all of the programming languages classifications. And it is used in many areas, as we know, like web programming, of course, what we are talking about, data analysis, machine learning, data science, and test automation. We know that Python is very widely used and very easy to read and write. But more important here is that the demand for data analysts with Python is very, very big. And Python appears in 31 of the job postings, standing out among the most required programming languages. As we know, one of the most popular specialists with Pythons are the data analysts. So actually one of the most in-demand skills for 2024 is data analytics.
Thank you very much. And please tell us a bit more about the course, what topics will be covered and what practical exercise it will include.
Good question. In our course, we're going to have 12 modules. The first two modules are introductory modules about Python and the data structures and functions in Python. So we're going to discuss very quickly the Python interpreter, Jupyter notebooks, and Python language basics. And very quickly, we're going to discuss data structures and sequences like lists, dictionaries, sets, and tuples, and different operations with them, because these are basic knowledge that every data analyst should have. Also, how to define functions, how to use generators to iterate over a sequence of elements, how to work with files and directories in operating systems. And later we're going to discuss our main topics about the data analysis, starting with NumPy, numeric Python, this very famous library. And we're going to discuss what is multidimensional arrays in details in Python, and how to work with arrays and vectorized computation in Python. Later, we're going to discuss how to work with universal functions and for fast element-wise array functions. Later, we're going to discuss array-oriented programming with arrays in NumPy. After that, we're going to switch to another very famous package in Python, pandas, which is very basic and very important, I can say, one library in Python. So we're going to discuss what kind of data structures we can work with pandas and how to summarize and computing descriptive statistics with pandas. Later, we're going to discuss important topics about data loading, storage, and using different file formats like reading, writing, textual and binary data, how to get data from web API or send data to web APIs, how to get data from different databases, relational or NoSQL databases. After which, we're going to continue with the next topic, very important for data analyst jobs, which is data cleaning and preparation. We know that usually the data should be cleaned and prepared before the real data analysis. So that's why the next topic is how to handle missing data, data transformations, many different data transformations we're going to discuss, probably around 15 to 20 different transformations that are very common in the data analysis, like removing duplicates, replacing some values, discretization and binning, and many other transformations, pivoting, for example, and many others. After which we're going to discuss how to extend data types, how to manipulate strings, how to categorize data with Python. So all of this is related to data cleaning and preparation. Next module, we're going to discuss data wrangling, join, combine, and reshape data. We're going to start with hierarchical indexing. After that, we're going to continue with combining and merging data sets. Later, we're going to discuss reshaping and pivoting in details. After we cleaned and prepare our data, of course, the next step is to visualize the data. That's where in module 8, we're going to discuss plotting and visualization of the data. How we're going to plot to visualize the data, we're going to discuss matplot library, one of the main library for plotting and visualizing data. And after that, we're going to discuss also how to plot with pandas and seaborn, which are two other possible ways to plot or to visualize the data. After which, we're going to discuss a little bit more about the data aggregation and group operations. After which, we're going to discuss also time series, later data modeling libraries in Python. So we're going to discuss how we're creating model descriptions with Patsy, and we're going to introduce the statistical models with stat models library. Of course, at the end, we're going to discuss data analysis examples with Python. These are our 12 modules that we're going to cover in our course, which is called, of course, Certified Associate Data Analysis with Python.
Thank you very much. And how would you define the prerequisites for this course? What skills should potential students already have to get the most from the training?
So in our course, basic knowledge about Python is required. So it is good to have, we designed our course for learners who are already familiar with Python programming concepts like data type, sequences and collections, functions, conditions. We're going to cover some of these topics, but we're going very fast in the first two modules, as you saw, through them, like loops, exception handling, how to work with modules and packages in Python. So, but after this very short, quick first two modules, we are going to use all of that knowledge later to continue with the more advanced topics, which is the data analysis topic in our course. So the basics of procedural, structural, functional, and object-oriented programming is also beneficial here. So everybody should have some basic understandings about all these topics. Generally, that are our prerequisites or requirements for that course.
Thank you very much. And what international certificate will our students get after successfully passing the exam at the end of the training course?
After successfully passing the exam for the course, the students will get internationally recognized certificate, which is called Certified Entry-Level Data Analyst with Python by Python Institute. So this certified entry-level data analyst with Python certification, with this certificate, we are going to demonstrate your abilities to gather, clean, validate data with Python. As you saw with our modules, we're going to cover all these topics. So it also emphasizes practical hands-on skills in Python for data acquisition, data cleaning, standardization techniques, as well as foundation programming and database management skills, which we're also going to cover in our course, especially in the module about the database. Candidates are also tested on their ability to apply statistical analysis and machine learning basics in Python, so making them ready to tackle real-world data challenges as you see in your screens. So this is the internationally, as I said, recognized certificate, Certified Entry-Level Data Analyst with Python.
Thank you very much. And what job positions are suitable for specialists who just completed this course?
As the name of our course suggests, this course, of course, is applicable for everybody that wish later to work as a data analyst. Data analysts are professionals who work mainly with data cleaning, data preparation, data visualization, and later, of course, with data science type of work. All that we're going to discuss in our course, but these are the jobs and the roles that later you can search and apply.
Thank you very much. And the last question for you is, what can be the next step for the students after they take this course?
From my point of view, the next steps are usually two. First step is you can continue in area like data science, machine learning, or to learn and to study, or you can directly start and seek a job role as a data analyst with Python, because this is what our course is covering. And as we mentioned in the beginning, there is very high demand for data analysts with Python in our industry.
Thank you very much, Hristo, for taking the time to join us today.
You're welcome.
I believe this interview had a lot of information for the students, and the information you just gave us will help them decide on their application. Thank you again, and see you in your training. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.